Hi, I'm Michael Mandanas, I'm 14 and a rising high school sophomore, and today I would like to talk with you about matrix operations. Now, first let's go over exactly what a matrix is. A matrix is a rectangular array of variables or numbers that can be defined by the number of rows by the number of columns. So, for example, this matrix would be a 2 by 3 matrix because it has 2 rows and 3 columns. Additionally, each number or variable within a matrix is called an element, and an element can be pointed out by its row number, by its column number. So, for example, E would be 2, 2, because it's the second row and the second column. Alright, now let's talk about addition. Matrix addition is very simple, but in order for addition to occur, the two matrices have to have the same dimensions. And it's very simple. You simply take each element in each position and add them together. So 9 plus 12 equals 21, 18 plus 32 equals 50, 5 plus negative 1 equals 4, and so on for each element. Now, subtraction. Subtraction is very similar to addition, only rather than adding the numbers, you simply add the additive inverse of the second matrix. So it's very simple. Simply, if there was a 3 in the second matrix, you would add negative 3 to the number in the first matrix. Alright, finally, multiplication is where it gets a little bit more difficult. In order for multiplication to occur, the two matrices have to have the same middle dimensions. Now, what that means is you could multiply a 1 by 3 matrix by a 3 by 2 matrix, but you could not multiply a 3 by 2 matrix by a 1 by 3 matrix. Now, what that means is that order matters during the multiplication of matrices. So, in order to multiply, you start from the top left of the first matrix, and you start from the top left of the right matrix. You multiply those two numbers, and then you go to the right on the first matrix, and you move down on the second matrix. So you'd start out with 1 times 4, and then you'd add to that 2 times 10, and you'd also add 3 times negative 3, and you'd end up with 15 in the final matrix. Now, in order to keep going, you simply move to the second column of the first matrix. So 1 times 3 plus 2 times 0 plus 3 times 1, which equals 6. Now, for the next numbers, you move down to the second row of the first matrix and move back to the first column of the second matrix. So, you end up with 0 times 4 plus negative 2 times 10 plus 4 times negative 3, which is negative 32. Then you move over to the next column, so 0 times 3 plus negative 2 times 0 plus 4 times 1, you end up with the final matrix. Now, division. Rather than simply dividing, you have to multiply by the inverse of the second matrix. Now, inverses are something beyond the scope of this video, so they will not be covered. I'm Michael Mandanas. Thank you for listening. Signing off.